one of the greatest mixed martial artists to ever step foot inside the octagon, Anderson Silva returns for his 25th and possibly last UFC fight of his career when he fights Uriah Hall this Saturday in the main event at UFC Vegas 12. And you can watch the entire event exclusively on ESPN+. Don't wait, click on the link in the description and sign up for ESPN Plus today.
Now, there was a train of thought out there that I saw that said if it went 5 rounds, if it was a 5-round main event, that the tide was starting to turn. Would you say that he was starting to pick up steam or gain momentum, or did he hurt you at all towards the end of the fight? What do you say to those people?
What fight were they watching? I guess honestly, he landed one shot on me in the 3rd round, which wasn't even a knockdown, right? It was just one good shot. But I did knock him down. I almost took his head off. He's a tough guy at a tough fight. But you can see from the start of the fight to the finish, the damage that was accumulating on his face was getting worse and worse and worse. And I don't think it would have been better if 5 rounds. If anything, it probably would have been worse. But who knows? That's a different fight. That's something that didn't happen. People close their eyes on me, and I'm happy though with that, because I love upsetting people. I love reminding people. I love tipping the scales and tipping over the hype trains. I love that. It's so much fun.
Давай. Через нам, давай, все кто? Давай. Все.
When you beating Kobe's ass again. Ooh, it's a good one. I don't know, we'll see. I'm starting to, feel a lot better from the procedure that I had, and hopefully I'll be back in the cage soon, and there's no telling whose ass I'm gonna be beating next, or who's. Well, I have a good idea who I want to fight next, but there's no telling when I'll be beating Kobe's ass again. Kobe's got. He's got, there's a list of guys that Kobe can fight. He can fight Masvidal. He can fight Khamzat. He can fight Leon Edwards, which is, I don't understand how this fight hasn't taken place. Leon Edwards has put some work in. I think, as far as him picking fights, and all of that, the whole matchmaking, I think they could do a better job of that. But Leon Edwards is not someone to be overlooked in the division. He has worked and he has put some time in to put himself where he is. So much respect, and I think people should definitely give him the respect that he deserves.
Khamzat Chimaev is an animal. He's gonna destroy Leon Edwards in 2 rounds, and people gotta understand. Khamzat Chimaev, something so special. People are gonna have to find out. He's just an interesting character, very passionate, good heart, great fucking guy. You have to love him, and he is so real. Like, you know, I don't like to compare him with Khabib, but they're so different of people. But every time I look at one of them, I remember the other. But they are different. They're very different people, and it's funny because I know they both really like each other. Like Khabib is it's an icon. All these young guys, you have to look up to him, even if you don't want to. Even you're a big superstar, you have to.
If all things go as planned right now, that Conor and Poirier fight January 23rd, like they're talking, I think co-main event against Gaethje or Ferguson. You know, I think once again either of those guys introduces me to the fans to me, myself, who I am, what I'm about, and it's sink or swim. It's a co-main event on the biggest card of the last 12 months possibly, which. You know, they were talking about this last card doing 2 million pay-per-view buys. So, I mean, at this point, Khabib might even be a bigger superstar than Conor is. So, which is crazy. So, I think co-main event January 23rd. Now you got 4 guys. You got 4 guys on that card. If Poirier or Conor, one of them gets hurt, you got me or Ferguson, me or Gaethje, who can come up, fill in that main event slot, and then someone can bounce in.
Do you see him possibly, because he's such a competitive guy, do you see him possibly either boxing or doing a mixed rules or doing BJJ or doing some kind of competition outside of actual full-on pro MMA? Or do you think any kind of combat or competitive martial arts is done?
You know, I was blindsided by, I thought he was going to go 30-0. Then I was expecting him to, because he would say, why you guys talk about retirement? I'm here. I'm not retired. So I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna. Who knows when he's gonna fight? Who knows? He's like, who knows when I'm gonna fight? Who knows? Blah. So I'm thinking, okay, he might go even past 30-0. He might. I don't know. I was just open, but I was definitely thinking 30-0.
Right.
And then if he was gonna say done, I was thinking, okay, done. So for me, this whole thing, and he was like, I'm done. I was like, I didn't know. I was speechless. I was like, oh. Okay, so then I realized how hard it was on him because of, you know, all the crying he did before he made that speech. So I understood that this was a big burden on him and his mother, and you know, he's all about keeping his promises, and he promised his mother that he wouldn't fight it anymore. So unless his mother says, son, you know, you're driving me crazy, go back to fighting, be happy, I seriously doubt he will return. And as far as what you're saying, he did want to fight with Floyd. He definitely wanted to do the boxing match with Floyd. He definitely 100% wanted that. And I think there was talks about it. But at this particular stage, he's got so many business ventures that he's doing that I don't know if he is going to devote the time. I think he's going to devote the time to preserve his father's legacy. And I believe he's going to do gyms all around the world like he had planned. I think that's in the works.
Cool.
Once this pandemic's over, you know, but can he come out and have a fight with Floyd? Possible.
Yeah.
Possible. I won't talk to him about it though. I won't say nothing. I'm just, hey, you know, the one thing he told me is he's coaching with me, so that's it. So he's my coach.
So he's really going to coach. He's really going to coach with you?
Yeah, he goes, I'm going to coach with you. So yeah, I expect him to be there with me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because know, we got AKA, right? We got AKA San Jose, we got AKA Thailand with you. So there's like a partnership there, you know? So it's like, you know, we're going to help each other out. You know, that's just the way it is.